Okay, so we'll have a go at the solution for this question. So we've got the equation 2x squared minus 3x minus bracket k plus 1 equals 0, a quadratic equation. And we're told that this constant k, we're told that this is a constant, and we're told that the equation has no real roots. Roots, by the way, just in case you've forgotten, are solutions, where this would equal 0. Now if this has got no real roots, you should remember essentially that the discriminant, that's the value when you're using the formula. Remember, the formula for a quadratic equation is x equals minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Hopefully you remember that one. Okay, where a is the coefficient of x squared, 2 in this case, b is the coefficient of x, negative 3, and c is the constant on the end, in this case negative bracket k plus 1. Okay, when you're trying to find the roots, okay, this would be the formula that we could use, but the discriminant, the b squared minus 4ac, that controls the number of roots. And if we're not to have any real roots, we don't get any real roots when we're square rooting a negative number. So b squared minus 4ac would have to be negative if there's to be no real roots. And it's that principle that this question hinges on. So what I'm going to say then is, for no real roots, okay, the discriminant, okay, which is b squared minus 4ac, has to be negative, in other words less than 0. So therefore what we have is the b value is negative 3, so we put minus 3 down and we square it. Then it's minus 4 times a times c, so that's minus 4 times the a value. A was the coefficient of x squared, which is the 2, I'll put that in brackets, multiplied by the c value, and the c value, be careful here, is negative k plus 1. So what I'll do is I'll put that in fact in a square bracket here, and I'll write minus bracket k plus 1. Okay, close that square bracket off, and it's less than 0. Right, so what we'll do now is just expand this out and see what we get. So negative 3 squared is 9. Then we have minus 4 times 2, which is minus 8. And then we're timesing it with another negative here, so that's going to be plus 8. So we'll just hold this back a little bit. So we'll just put plus 8 times the k plus 1. And that's going to be less than 0. So therefore, what follows next, if we expand this out, we get 9 plus 8k plus 8 times 1 is 8, and that is less than 0. So therefore, grouping this up, we have 17 plus 8k is less than 0. Subtract 17 now from both sides, so therefore I get 8k is less than negative 17. Next I will divide both sides by 8, and I'll get the constant k is less than minus 17 over 8. So it says find the set of possible values of k. So k is any number less than minus 17/8. Okay, so I hope you got that one right.